Today, today, today I'm going to talk about the story. Today I'm going to tell you. Today I'm going to tell the story behind my tattoo, the one that you always see when I reach out for my camera. But first, let's look at some puffy clouds. I got this tattoo exactly 1 year ago, on the date. I've been toying with the idea to get one, and it will be one of those this has a special meaning stories, but bear with me, it won't be all that bad. I hope. So a year ago, actually a couple of days earlier, I was sitting on the couch and I had decided to get a tattoo. I sort of knew what I wanted to get, but that quickly changed because I saw something on TV that made me change my mind. When we look back a year ago, that was a time where my life was... I had just gone through a weird phase. Everyone goes through those phases where bad stuff happens. There was a death in the family, there was work problems.
Relationship problems, and all within just a couple of weeks.
I've been dealing with all of this stuff, and it felt like I was just more managing a crisis or crises, and I didn't really have time to sorrow the loss of my father at this time at all. Not properly. I found out that night. That was around the time when David Bowie had died, and I was watching a David Bowie documentary, and all of a sudden I started weeping like a baby, completely unexpected. I got really touched by him passing. Of course, I realized that this was not only about David Bowie, that this was stuff that had been I've been hiding under the carpet for quite some time. Still, I got really touched by the fact that his passing caused such a global sadness. It felt like there was this short moment in time where everyone seemed to be sort of feeling the same thing. Not everyone, obviously, but a bunch of people. It was some sort of... I'm digressing. Yeah, all of a sudden I find myself Googling David Bowie, and I thought I had this idea, maybe I could get a Bowie tattoo, and I had mainly this that flash in mind. Found a couple of inspirations. I took screen dumps of them, and the next day decided to go and ask for an appointment at one of the tattoo parlors. Here I have to say that there's thousands of tattoo parlors in all of Stockholm. It's crazy. I think I will do an entire video about it at one point. But only on my block there's not only one, not two, three tattoo parlors. And I live in a very quiet neighborhood. But I did some quick Google search and found one that had some good reviews, and I ended up going up to this place instead. So I'm confidently going towards that parlor, and I go past that place. I started, I don't know, I got scared, and then I turned around and went back. And went past that place again. And I did it a third time, but then I decided, okay, sit down at a cafe, calm your nerves, make a decision, and then go and ask if they have time for you anyway. So that's what I did. And unfortunately they had a slot I thought would be more difficult to get one. I think it was a Saturday, and I thought, yeah, impossible to get one. Saturday. But they told me to come back in an hour. And I'm like, okay, but at the same time I knew that 1 hour would be way too much time for me to change my mind. So I went to another cafe where I was trying to pass the time. I was actually thinking of getting a beer, but then I thought like, alcohol might not be good, the blood will thin, and so I was just nibbling away on more coffee, I think, which made me even more nervous. But I went back. Was very lucky that I got a very gifted tattoo artist who unfortunately is not working at this place anymore. He moved back to Barcelona. Did a quick interview for my podcast with him. Anyway, digressing again. Unfortunately, I didn't take any videos while there, but some pictures. Done. So yeah, and here is this beauty. That's the one. I really don't regret it at all. I love this tattoo. Even though it's a bit weird, it makes me look like the biggest Bowie fan there is. I like him a lot, but I'm not the biggest fan at all. I also find myself responding in a weird way to when people say, oh, it's Ziggy Stardust, because it's actually not Ziggy Stardust, it's Aladdin Sane, the follow-up character to Ziggy Stardust. And this is also now the reasoning behind it. For me, this tattoo was to symbolize the beginning of something new. I told you there was death happening in my life at this point, and this character, Aladdin Sane, emerged from, he was the rebirth of, the reincarnation of Ziggy Stardust. Ziggy Stardust was, he committed suicide, or let's say Bowie killed him on stage. It really symbolizes for me the beginning of something new, and that there's so much creativity that can come out of something so severe as death. And in a way, this thing marks the point where I myself transformed into someone new. Yeah, for the better. Definitely not the same dude I was a year ago. And a lot of stuff happened. I mean, this vlog happened, for instance. I have a t-shirt of a team that I don't even know. I think they're playing hockey. But I'm happy. I've always been a person that never really, that's very indecisive. But in this case, I decided, fuck it, this is going to happen now, and this will mark something. So I'm wearing this as a badge of honor, and I'm very happy to have it. And this is the story, which was much longer than I promised it would be. So, trying to think of a Bowie quote to end the show. Ashes to ashes, funk to funky.